What's poppin'? It's Hurricane Chris, and I'm rockin' with Bootleg Kev. Get it!
Yo, Bootleg Kev podcast, man. Special guest in here. Hurricane Chris.
What's poppin'? What's good?
What's good, bro? Welcome.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise, bro.
Nice to meet you.
It's crazy because when you started like your career, I feel like it was around the time I was like interning at the radio station. So like you were, and like when I first started like DJ in the club.
Yeah.
So like you know, like the A-Bay Bays and Make It Clap and all that, it was very like instrumental in like, I like remember where I was in life when them songs was lit, you know?
Yeah. A lot of people say that. They say my music bring them back to exactly what they was doing when I first came out. You know, it really marked a special time in people's lives. You know, like a lot of people, kids' first words was, "Hey, baby."
So crazy.
So you know, it's a blessing.
I gotta ask you. I saw you share your thoughts a little bit about this, but you know, there's been a lot of people who are upset that Lil Wayne did not get the look for the halftime show in New Orleans. Obviously, you know, you're in Louisiana. What are your thoughts on Wayne getting that snub? And obviously, shout out to Kendrick. I think obviously, if anybody deserves to do a halftime show, Kendrick's one of them.
Yeah, I fuck with Kendrick heavy, like
for sure.
He a real golden and shit.
100%.
But it's a bigger play at hand. Right now, what's happening is a lot of big entities and large companies are finding places that they can profit and make high profit margins. And they pretend to cater to the community just enough to get the support they need. And then they go with their hidden agenda, which is to make ultimately the most money they can possibly make. So it's a bigger play at hand in Louisiana. It's always been a place that didn't have a lot of resources. So if anybody came from upstate or out of town with a lot of resources, they was kind of able to throw their weight around and put themselves in positions. So it's really a bigger play at hand. We getting to a point in time now where people don't like to pay homage. You got youngsters who say, "Fuck the OGs."
Right.
Fuck them.
Right.
Like, so you got a whole new era of disrespect that's coming into play. And it's the same thing in the industry. People have begun to just feel like it's cool to not pay homage. It's cool to not, you know, to pay the respects that need to be paid. So that's the big thing that I see. I'm not just mad that Wayne ain't get to perform, because let's just be honest. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a large movie that I'm looking at, and this is gonna continue to happen. It ain't just gonna be what's happening in Shreveport. It ain't just gonna be what happened in New Orleans. If we don't stand up and demand that people respect our culture and demand what we want, then we'll never get it. It's the same thing that every other state has learned how to do. California know how to do it. If you come to Cali gonna make sure you do some type of catering to Cali, or you won't really be accepted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, when the Super Bowl was here, obviously Dr. Dre had the halftime show, and he was able to bring out kind of like parts of his tree. You know, Eminem, Mary.
But the people in position in Louisiana...
Hell, Kendrick came out that day.
The problem is the people in position in Louisiana that make the decisions, instead of loving a culture and embracing their culture, they trying to get relationships with people in places that they never been to. So it's leading to them looking over their own people that's right there and honoring people that never done nothing for certain communities, which is not their fault.
Right.
It's not my fault that somebody choose to honor me in your community. Right. But what we got to do as a people, as a whole, is make sure that we hold those responsible accountable. The people, when I go to do the Super Bowl, I'm talking to somebody in the city, from the city, somebody who or somebody from the league. You feel what I'm saying? I'm dealing with some type of official. It's a lot of chains of command that these things go through.
Well, from what I understand, Rock Nation is in charge of the entertainment for the Super Bowl since, I want to say the first one they did was Rihanna. So I think it was Rihanna, then 50, and then last year was Usher.
Okay.
Well, 50 was the Dr. Dre year, and then last year was Usher, and then this year would be Kendrick. So I think it's a Rock Nation thing, and it seems like.
But see, it's always been able to be put on companies and entities, and I think that's the easy way out. I think that's the easy way out, is to say, oh, such and such makes this decision, and they did it because of this. I look at stuff for what it is and what it actually looks like. Not like, oh, well, Hurricane Chris is doing this because he signed to such and such, or such and such is his record label. Just look at me for what I look like, and I bag up and I look at the history of what's been happening over the last couple of years, and it's been a repetitive history of not honoring the people from the community that helped build the community, but honoring people outside of the community right there in their face. And if it's the companies that's doing it without having proper knowledge, then it's the people that's leaders of the community and involved in the community. It's their job to step up and let the people in power know, hey, let's kind of cater to the culture a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because if I was to come into your city as a promoter and I say I'm finna book all these artists, you're gonna slow me down and make sure I cater to somebody that this city likes.
Yeah, I think that would be fair.
As help, as a friend.
I just think that the Super Bowl is just so massive that it's like, the fact that it's like, it's gonna be in New Orleans, it's bringing so much money to like the economy. So it's like, the entertainment aspect of the halftime show is probably just like, well, we'll just leave it up to these guys. And I wonder, like, you know, there's a lot of speculation that Jay had some sort of issues with Wayne or Drake, and that might have spilled over to the decision. I'm not sure.
Yeah, me neither. Not on that, because I never.
But I think that's all speculation.
Yeah, I don't think Jay got no smoke with.
I think
Wayne.
that there's another like way to look at it, and that's that, like, if you really kind of see.
I don't put the blame on Jay. Let's get this straight.
Yeah.
I don't put the blame on Jay, because you got to think he doing a million things.
Yeah. So
of course people may get mad at him in the beginning, but when you sit back and you think about it, it's one of a million things that he doing.
Yeah.
So I don't look at it like he personally attempting to insult. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not looking at it like that. Now, if it's something going on the inside that I don't know about, then I need to shut the fuck up.
Possibly.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, because if it's that, then
we just sitting here guessing.
Right, for sure. Yeah, we're speculating. Yeah. I mean, the other thing is like, I've seen Wayne recently, like he did WrestleMania in Philly, and his performance was very interesting. He forgot a lot of his lyrics, so it could be shit like that. You know, like, hey, some of the bigger performances, like maybe.
Well, if he performed in New Orleans, he wouldn't even have to sing his lyrics.
I don't disagree. I mean,
they're gonna sing them.
No, I don't disagree. I would have liked to have seen Wayne, or at least like a Young Money, you know, Wayne, Nicki, Drake thing. I mean, hopefully Kendrick. I mean,
this is the thing. You got to think about some of these artists. Some of us actually reach out to these entities and ask, can we be involved?
Right.
Some of us actually let it be known that we would like to be involved.
Right.
So we can kind of try to say, well, it's not a personal thing, but what if you call and reach out and you ask to be involved and you still reject it? You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah, I mean, look, it could be, and like the other thing is like we said, it's like if this is a personal thing that we don't know about, and it's just some grudge that intertwined into this decision. I mean, then that's just what it is. And then the other thing that sucks is I saw somebody say on Twitter, it was like, well, it sucks because if Kendrick planned on bringing Wayne out, now people are just going to think that he did it because he was pressured to do it, as opposed to he just wanted to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think.
Nah, Kendrick's smart, bro.
You got to bring Wayne out.
Kendrick is smart. Kendrick is. Like,
I would hope he brings Wayne out.
Bro, Kendrick is smart. He wouldn't be doing that because he's pressured.
Right.
To be honest, like, I would think that that's probably something that went in his head immediately. Like,
for sure.
Yeah,
like, I got to bring Wayne out. I'm in New Orleans. Or I got to bring Juvenile out.
Something,
or,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
That's just how we think. Because if I go to a city and I'm performing in a big city and I got a big event,
right,
I'm going to try to tap into who popping in that area. So I wouldn't doubt that, you know, Kendrick thinking like that.
If he brings Wayne out, that'd be special.
Kendrick ain't a dummy by far. Like,
so recently, you and 50 have been going back and forth. I know you spoke a little bit about it on Vlad. I'm curious, for the people who don't know, like, obviously 50 opened up his G-Unit movie studios in your hometown.
Right.
He had like a weekend, right? It was like a whole weekend where people were coming to town, and performing events, etc.
Right.
Your grudge with him was that he did not necessarily reach out to pillars of the community like you think he should have. Is that am I on track there?
You're kind of on track, but it started before that.
Okay.
The first thing he did when he came to the city, Shreveport, Louisiana has been called Ratchet City for a real long time.
Let's get ratchet. Yeah, let's get ratchet. Yeah, for sure.
So you know about it.
Yeah.
All right. So the first thing he did when he came to the city, everybody opened their arms and welcomed him.
Right.
And then he said, "No more ratchet in my city. We getting this ratchet shit out of here."
He said that out of his mouth?
Out of his own mouth with his lips and teeth and tongue.
Wow.
And a radio host said, "Hey, man, you know, they kind of crazy about that. You know, that's their thing." He said, no, we got to get that out of here. So I reached out immediately, like, "Hey, we need to sit down and have a talk." I didn't get no response. So now I'm getting calls from my neighborhood. And they saying, "Hey, what's wrong with 50 saying Ratchet is dead and ain't no more Ratchet City?"
Right.
Like, that's kind of disrespectful, don't you think?
Right. No.
So I didn't pay no attention. And then I seen a sign that the news posted that said 50 Cent cancels Ratchet City. I'm like, oh, they going crazy with this shit. Okay, fuck all the money fuck all of that. Fuck all the shit. You being disrespectful. This is straight disrespect. So that's how I took it. So now when I see you do the event and you don't involve no Ratchet City artists on the main stage, I'm looking at it like, so it's even more of something that's snowballing in my mind that you're against this ratchet movement.
Which
if I go to the Bay,
it'd be like coming to LA and being like, no more gangster rap.
Or going over
Going
there
to the Bay,
saying,
no hyphy shit.
yeah, and all that hyphy shit is out of here.
Dead.
And if you listen to my song, the Ratchet remix, E40 on there, he say, "Hey, baby."
Yeah, I mean he's on.
He say ratchet mean hyphy like where you stay.
Yeah, I mean he's on the A Baby remix.
So this something that been understood.
Right.
And it takes somebody like 50 who don't understand the culture of the South. All he sees is, I could buy these buildings and make a bunch of money and give a couple
yeah, I mean,
people something.
I'm assuming the real estate market in Shreveport is a lot more affordable to open up a studio than if you were to go to LA.
Super cheap.
Yeah.
Super duper cheap. And the city was trying to like beg somebody to take that building because they built it for purposes of helping the community. It was nonprofits involved with it. It was supposed to be teaching the community, and a lot of stuff was supposed to happen that never happened. So they needed that to be taken off of their hands because it was just sitting and nobody was doing nothing with it. So it was actually a good idea, and it was the perfect idea, you know what I'm saying, for him to do that. But I'm down with all of that, but we just got off on the wrong foot with him disrespecting this ratchet shit, because my first album was called 5150 Ratchet. I got homeboys that's named Ratchet Life that's dead and gone. Right. My partners created a whole record label based off of this culture. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He got sentenced to life and ended up giving the sentence back and coming home to seeing you saying that ratchet shit is dead, and he just got home this year, and he thought he was coming home and to get his shit back popping. You know what I'm saying? So you really just you saying.
So that was where things got on the wrong foot. Immediately.
So now, when I see the event go down and no Ratchet City artist is involved, and I don't see no homage being paid to the city.
Because who all performed? Was it like anybody?
It was a bunch of people.
Anybody from Louisiana?
It was some people from Louisiana, but it was nobody. No. It was an artist from Louisiana, but it was nobody from Shreveport. Right. My thing is you saying this is your city. You saying this what we're gonna call this city.
Yeah, you gotta kind of help
call this city. So. Right. Put some of who is the artist in your city that's popping? What's the neighborhoods in your city, since you're saying it's your city and we ain't gonna call it Ratchet City? What's the problems in the community? You know what I'm saying? I understand you doing your parties and all of that, but what the fuck is they gonna help to youngsters that's out here shooting and killing each other? You could fool a bunch of dummies with, I'm finna, people gonna be able to work for my studio, so I'm about to help the community. Bro, if you ain't building a big ass industrial company and hiring 1,000 and thousands of people, then you're not about to put no significant dent into the problem that's happening with a lack of jobs in the community. What he got is a marketing agent that I had hired working with me at one time, and what they know how to do is put a message out to the community and make them really understand the message and take it and put it into their perception. He got somebody that I used to have working for me, and he was the head of marketing, and his whole thing is marketing is perception and what you can make people believe. People so slow, they don't see plays happening right inside of their face. I'm the type of person to where I make immediate demands. If you're going to sell me a dream, I don't want the dream. I'm making media demands for you understand? If
Right.
I'm doing business with somebody.
My thing is did you attempt to like maybe reach out and like before things got?
Yeah, I reached out a few times. Like, hey, we need to sit down and talk. I never got a response.
Right. Who did you reach out to though?
I reached out to him, and I actually spoke to his right hand man.
Yayo?
Nah,
Renee? Or?
A guy that we both know in common that I brought to the city that ended up bringing him to the city.
Got it. So I guess that's my thing is like, I think two things can be true at the same time. It can be true that he was a little disrespectful with the getting rid of Ratchet City. And it also can be true that he's bringing industry and jobs to the city, right?
I mean, he got a studio, so that if you can act and you want to be in the movie industry, it's definitely gonna be a plus to you.
Well, I mean, with acting, like, look, I live in Burbank, where there's studios everywhere. There's light people,
right,
costume people.
So it's definitely, if you want to be in the industry, then it's definitely gonna be a good thing for you.
Right. Yeah, even if you like can build shit.
Right. Like, any involvement in the movie industry is gonna be a good thing.
And I think that, like I said, both things can be true. Like he could have approached things differently, but he also is bringing what seems to be some opportunity to us.
But it don't matter how much opportunity I bring into your house. I gotta respect the people inside of your house. If I walk into your house just because I'm the person who finna pay for the food today, that don't mean I get to swing my dick around and talk to the people.
Do you think he's been disrespectful to the people of the city, or do you just think he kind of slighted the hip hop
culture? The culture. So, and the culture is created by the people. We are the people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I speak for the people, not the internet, but I speak for the people who don't even know how to work Instagram. You know what I'm saying? The actual community, like.
After you guys got into your dispute, has there been any conversation outside of the internet back and forth?
Nah, it ain't been no conversation.
Nothing. Yeah, I think it'd behoove 50 to, if he's got a business in a city like Shreveport, to talk to somebody like you, like and at the very least clear up any of the disrespect,
I just want you to understand that this is an actual culture. I would never go out here and tell the Bay we ain't calling this the Bay no more. I would never go to New York and say we ain't calling this the Big Apple no more.
Right.
You can do the biggest shit in the world, but you can't fucking put respect last. You gotta respect first, bro.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if you're doing $1 billion deals. Show that you got some fucking respect, bro.
Right. No,
show that first.
Right.
I don't walk in a room with my wallet. I walk in the fucking room and say, how you doing?
Shake your hand. Yeah.
You feel me?
I mean, yeah.
I don't walk in here and say, all this shit on the wall ugly, we need to take this shit down.
Right.
I might think that, but let me work my way in and talk to the people who did that and let them know my idea.
Right.
Hey, man, I know you had a lot of time that you put into that wall with your face. But I think it'd be better if we do this like this. But I'm not about to just walk in here and rip this fucking bootleg Kev sign off the wall.
Right.
Because I'm the new dick swinging in town.
Would you be open to having a conversation and kind of educating him on where he might have mistook?
Yeah.
Well, that's important.
Definitely.
Yeah. Got to stop the interview. Got to shout out to our partners, Blue Chew. That's right, baby. Listen, Blue Chew. A lot of people keep asking, what is Blue Chew? Does it work? Blue Chew is amazing. It's an online service that delivers the same active ingredients right to you as Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra at a fraction of the cost in a chewable form. Now, this is all you got to do. No awkward doctor's appointments. It's all handled online, delivered to your door in discreet packaging. Go to bluechew.com. All right. Make sure you go sign up right now. Bluechew.com. Use the promo code Bootleg, and you will get 1 month for free to try for yourself. All you got to do is pay $5 in shipping. It's all online. It's amazing, man. And when I tell you it works, it works. Yeah, maybe you're dealing with erectile dysfunction. Maybe you just need a little extra pep in your step with your wife. Or maybe, you just want to see be all you could be, we'll say. Huh? How about that? BlueChew.com, same active ingredients as Viagra, Levitra, and Cialis at a fraction of the cost in a chewable form. It is amazing. You're going to be lit. Your thing's going to be, as I like to say, do the designer ad-libs. All right. Oh, man, look, this is what you got to do. Try Blue Chew for free when you use the promo code Bootleg at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com, promo code Bootleg to receive your first month for free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we want to give a shout out to Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast. Also want to give a shout out to my bookie. Football season is here. Oh, my favorite part of the year to put a little action on some sports. All right. And this is what's dope about MyBookie. You go sign up right now, mybookie.ag. Use that promo code bootleg and get your first deposit bonus. And you can bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. College football, NFL, baseball. They also got the full casino. If you're into roulette, if you're into slots, if you're into maybe a little blackjack with the live dealer, you can do it all at MyBookie. Use the promo code bootleg, though, when you sign up for a new account. Bootleg is the promo code. You'll get a first deposit bonus. And this is why it's so amazing. Right now, let's say you put a bet on, I don't know, let's say a 4-leg parlay on a Sunday. Let's say 3 of the 4 hit, but the 4th one hasn't happened because of Sunday Night Football. You can cash out your parlay early and take the 3 of the 4 and get the same odds if it would have been a 3-team parlay. Take that money and run, or risk it. You got parlays, same day cash outs, all of that. It all goes down. MyBookie.ag. Sign up right now with that promo code bootleg for that first deposit bonus. Let's get back to the interview. Talk to me, man. Like, I'm thinking all the way back. Okay, so I'm a heavy hitter. Bebe's my boy.
Right.
That's my brother. I love Bebe.
Right.
I know you guys had a falling out, and he's doing his thing in Dallas.
What's crazy is I've always had a big amount of love for him. Like, so that's one thing.
Well, I mean, because so for people who don't know, like, Bebe is a legendary DJ. He's from Shreveport. He's been fucking killing it in Dallas on the radio forever. He's a heavy hitter.
Yeah. Since before I was even in the game.
He's been trying to get me to go down to the South too when it's crawfish season for fucking ever. And
he fuck with them crawfish.
So you started working with Bebe as a kid, right?
I started working with 3 Feet as a kid.
Okay.
And that's his right hand man.
Okay, so what ended up happening? Because I saw a little bit of what you said on Vlad. I think it just came out today, actually. Where you were essentially you were a kid and you were just kind of listening to what your big homies were saying at the time.
Right.
Your dad was incarcerated. Your mom didn't know much about the business.
Right.
So where did things kind of go wrong? And would you ever be open to sitting down with Bebe and kind of leaving that shit in the past?
What shit went wrong at was I signed my deal at around like 15, 16 years old.
Right.
My daddy was locked up. My mama didn't know nothing about this, so she trusted my manager with me, with my safety, with me getting home from school, everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, she trusted these cats to lead me in the right direction. Well, my manager.
Right.
So, bro was my manager, right-hand man. We used to go to the club and they used to turn up. So one night we in the club and everybody just going crazy. Hey, babe. He DJing, tearing that bitch up. And
right.
We in the crowd going stupid. Yeah. Hey, babe. Hey. I go to the studio that same night. Mm-hmm. I say, man, I'm finna make a song about this shit. I call him. I say, I'm finna make a hit off this shit.
Right.
He said, make that motherfucker. I already got money, and this shit gonna help you musically, so let's do it.
Right.
I made that motherfucker, and it popped, blew up. This shit became #1 in the fucking universe. Like,
crazy.
So boom. Everything all gravy.
Yeah.
Fast forward, a label come, offer me a deal.
Yeah.
College Park. I choose to listen.
So this was Mr. College Park's label?
Yeah, this College Park. So I choose to sit down and listen to the meeting.
Okay.
After the meeting, I ain't want to do the deal. I was ready to walk out. So I walked out the room and they seen it on my face that I wasn't going to sign the deal. That's when Bebe come and tell me, trust us to make the right decision for you. Just listen to us. So I said, fuck it. And I signed the deal, which was the worst situation we could have did. Like, my advance to start off with, my first deal, the advance was $30K. This was for A Bebe.
Now this was to signing to College Park.
No, College Park took me to J Records. They gave me this is where I got my first advance from.
Okay.
College Park just connected the situation.
Got it.
And got a percentage.
So your first, you signed to J at the time. J Records had like Alicia Keys and Mario, all that shit.
Right. So I end up doing the deal. I get into it with the record label. When I fall out with the label, I hit bro up and I tell him, hey, this shit ain't going right. I need you to reach out and I need to try to fix this shit and see what I need to do to get this shit fixed and resolved. We having problems. We going back and forth. We ain't agreeing on shit. He tell me, hey man, I don't want nothing to do with that. I still want to be involved and be able to go back and do business with them. Bro, I'm in this situation because you told me, trust me to make the best decision for you. Now the shit fucked up, you telling me you ain't gonna help. So that was strike one. Boom. You fast forward some more, and I catch my case. When I catch my case and I burn out, and I hit him up and I tell him, I need you to make this move, make this call for me so I could put this play together and I could take care of all this shit I got.
What year was this?
This was, man, don't make me lie about the year. Google what year I got arrested.
Okay.
It was right when I burned it out, like 4 years ago.
Yeah, so this was recently.
Yeah. So when I burn out, I call him and I tell him, hey, call such and such and tell him I'm trying to do this. Because at this point, I got a bunch of fucking fees and I need to keep running this bag up. Bro tell me I ain't fucking with the music. I ain't fucking with none of this shit. I ain't fucking with none of that. I say, bro, I'm fighting for my life right now. You telling me some shit about what you ain't fucking with, and I'm telling you I need you to make a call so I could put my own business together.
Now, is this Bebe or his boy?
It's Bebe.
Okay.
After all the shit we done been through, I'm like, bro, you telling me this, and I'm fighting for my life right now, so I'm good on you, homie. I'm good. I'm straight. And we ain't talked since then.
Damn. So that was like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
I mean, how you feel about that?
I mean, I feel you. I think...
Especially if we ain't had no situations as to where you feel no type of way about it.
How many years?
Everything is all good.
So what I'm thinking is, okay, because at what year did you stop kind of officially working with them, or were you always kind of still...
We was always still doing shit here and there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Even at that point, when I hit him about that, we had just had a meeting probably a month ago. Where I was sitting him and his right hand man down to try to help them get on the same page, and then maybe some out of the good will come forth from all of us. We all see some good from the meeting.
Damn.
But that's what it is. So
well, hopefully
I gotta keep it G. Like if I'm down and I'm fucked up and I'm telling you, hey, boo, I need you to do that, and it ain't nothing that's gonna hurt you or take from you, and you refuse.
Yeah,
it's like I'm in the desert and I'm telling you, hey, bring me a glass of water. And you refuse to bring me that glass of water, I ain't never gonna forget how fucking hot it was in that desert. Cause now I'm in the AC.
Right.
Now I don't need a nigga for shit.
Right.
So it's like.
So are you independent, or what is your current label situation?
I'm independent, but I fuck with the Lights Global, like
good folks. Shout to Dooney and them guys.
Yeah. So we got a situation we working.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
Miguel, Dooney, OG.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like. You've had I mean, ever since obviously you were found not guilty of your situation, you got out. I just feel like you've been grinding, bro.
Fucking right.
Working.
They took so much from me. I had to hit the ground and get that shit back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to get back what I lost.
I think too. It's funny too because there was was it like a Tony Touch freestyle, or there was some freestyle you did way back in the fucking day.
I did.
But bro, you was like you were like a rapping ass fool for real. Like you could fucking like. Are you like just gifted as a freestyler, or because I mean this shit comes so natural to you? Like do you write think about it?
I started out freestyling.
So when you're in the booth, a lot of kids are punching in these days. Are you punching in? Or are you writing your shit out? Like how are you recording now?
I don't write. I ain't wrote in years.
So you're just off the top, run it back.
Ask anybody in the studio with me.
Yeah.
Have they ever saw me write?
Yeah.
I don't even use I ain't got no phone in my hand or none of that shit.
That's crazy.
I hear the beat, I walk in the booth.
That's wild, bro.
Wait till you hear this new shit.
Talk to me about. I saw that you had a lawsuit that you were going to be suing the city of Shreveport. Is that still something that's still happening, or?
I didn't press forward with the lawsuit because I was gonna have to spend like some stupid money
on lawyers,
and I wasn't guaranteed to even get the paperwork to show me what was said and what happened in the courtroom. Like. The records, it's hard to get the paperwork that I need to go forward with my lawsuit. They got the right to deny this shit. They don't have to give it to me. Like the records from the courtroom that I need, they got a long history of denying it. And the lawyer telling me when I spend the money, it's a real big gamble. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like God got me out of this situation, and if I could stop other people from getting into the situation by shedding some light on how fucked up the justice system is, if I could let these youngsters know, if you go catch a charge and you ain't got $250,000 or $500,000 and a property to put up, your ass gonna be sitting in jail.
With some bullshit public defender.
with a bullshit public defender,
Yeah.
even with a real lawyer, you still get your ass slung. I got a partner with a real lawyer, just got 2 30-year sentences. I got a partner with a real lawyer, just got two life
guarantee,
sentences sitting in there right now.
Did they try to push you like to take a plea?
After my shit was over, my lawyer told me, they came to me and told me that they'll let you take 40 years. He said, I knew if I would have brought it to you, you would have fired me.
Yeah, and then you would have been fucked because you ended up fucking getting free and beating the charge.
Exactly. Why the fuck?
But they want you to take the fucking. They want you to take the fucking plea.
I wasn't taking 5 years.
You're like,
shit.
it's self-defense.
We're going to try.
Yeah, that's what's crazy is like in the South, it's very possible to defend yourself. In California, if someone breaks into your fucking house and you shoot them, you're going to jail. They don't give a fuck out here, bro. Like,
and they going to hell.
They're gonna go to hell, and you're going to jail.
Pick one, jail or hell.
No, but it is interesting, man. I'm glad you beat your charge, and I think I think it's important that you shed light on like kind of what happened, because like you said, a lot of people, man, with no resources, they get put in that room, and the lawyer says, look, we could either fight this, and there's a chance you go to prison for the rest of your life, or you could take this plea deal, even though you're innocent. And it's 8 years or it's 10 years. And then you're like, well, fuck.
Yeah, if you ain't got no bag put up, I advise you to chill out and lay back. Don't jump out here head first like that.
Random question. There's a show called True Detective. Did you ever watch it?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so it was based in Louisiana. Some of it in Shreveport. It's with Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson. It's a pretty gnarly show, but I wanted to get your take on like how accurate of a depiction it was of, because there's like parishes and shit, which is like
we got parishes.
Would you say a parish is like a city, or like a zip code, or like
it's like a county?
A county. So if there's a parish, like is there like a parish police department?
Yeah, it's a Caddo Parish Police Department.
So why like what is a fucking parish compare? Like why is there only parishes in Louisiana?
I have no idea with how that shit is set up.
Yeah, I'm like, it's the only fucking place with parishes.
Because in Houston you got counties.
Right, we got counties everywhere else.
Yeah, so I don't understand it.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. Hey, we're about to kick off another interview brought to you by Hardin. That's right. If you're in Vegas, it's the #1 dispensary in the country, the craziest selection of premium cannabis. And all you got to do is shoot them a follow, Hardin_Las Vegas, HardinLasVegas.com. When you're in Vegas, tell them I sent you. Got to give a shout out to our family at Odd Socks. Oh, look at these Cheeto socks. Oh, my God. Look, OddSocksOfficial.com, keyword bootleg, and you can get the most comfortable socks in the world. Now, my favorite are the basics. Now, these are the Odd Socks basics. There's listen, guys. Whatever socks you think are... you're buying, they ain't messing with Odd Socks. Let me just say that, all right? But they also got some of the craziest licenses, like The Big Lebowski, the best movie of all time, like The Office. Lots of Office love. How about a little Invader of this? I don't even know what the fuck this is, but it's a good show, I heard. Jurassic Park, hell of a movie. Look, OddSocksOfficial.com. They also got the underwear. Yes, they got the draws, and they are the most comfortable underwear that you could throw on your cheeks, ladies and gentlemen, and you can get it 20% off your entire cart. Unlimited amounts. OddSocksOfficial.com. Yes, they got Dunder Mifflin underwear, ladies and gentlemen. Would you look at those? Oh, yeah. For all my Office fans, OddSocksOfficial.com. Use that keyword bootleg and you will save 20% off at checkout. Go do that. Let's get back to the interview. Who are some of the young up and coming artists out of Shreveport that you would have, like, you obviously mentioned 50 didn't kind of shed the light. Like, is there anybody who's on the come up that you want to shed some light on?
Hell yeah, you got a lot of these boys. You got Doo-Wop, Green Eyes, SOD Lil Man. They're gonna be mad at me. You got B Will. It's a lot of young cats that's popping right now. Like Shreveport got some heat. We got legends as well that's been popping for a long time. Like people that was popping a long time ago that still rock big heavy crowds like Big Papa.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? KP. Shreveport got a music history, and we actually got artists that's been rocking crowds of 7,000-8,000 people locally.
That's crazy. That's a lot of fucking.
Half
people.
of like we got people that been filling up whole sections of football stadiums and rocking that shit, and you might see 10,000-15,000 people out here singing this shit word for word. Like Shreveport got a history of music, and that's why I feel like it's important that people pay homage and respect to that shit when you come there. You understand what I'm saying?
What is give me kind of like geographically Shreveport to Baton Rouge and New Orleans. Like where, like how far is where you're from those two places?
New Orleans you probably end up taking like 4.5, 5 hours to get there.
That's a serious mission.
Baton Rouge, like 4 hours.
And then you guys are pretty close to Dallas, right?
Yeah, we like 2.5 hours from Dallas.
Right. So would you say that
about a good 3 hours max?
Would you say that like Shreveport and Dallas have more in common musically?
Shreveport and Dallas don't have more in common musically. They got a lot in common culture-wise, because Shreveport is so close to Texas. So it's North Louisiana. So they don't have the accent that Baton Rouge got. We ain't got the accent that New Orleans got.
Right.
We got our own accent, but it's different. You know what I'm saying? You'll be able to tell the difference.
Like, you guys aren't saying Wody in Shreveport?
Nah, we don't say Wody. I don't even think New Orleans say that no more.
That was the thing when I was a kid. Everybody, Wody! When you were listening to the Master P True albums?
Nah,
shit.
Yeah. I don't even think. I think they upgraded their whole lingo and dialect.
You and Boosie put out a dope record recently. He obviously, if you go all the way back to the A-Baby remix, he was on that. He was one of the 38 rappers that was on the remix. Who was on that remix? It was Game, Boosie, E40, Kiss,
Jadakiss. It was a lot of people, bro. It was called a Ratchet remix. The Game, E40, Jadakiss, Boosie, Birdman.
Birdman was on it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of people on it.
It was like, how long was it? I just remember it being too long to play on the radio.
Man, that shit was crazy. I think I broke remix
7
history.
minutes or something.
It's the hardest remix in rap history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was I mean, obviously at that time it's the hottest joint out. Like, was that something that like were some of those like features favors? Some of them the label had to pay for?
Nah, that record got so big, bro, that everybody just sent.
They just wanted to get on it.
Yeah, everybody just started flooding. They was like gonna beef with me. I had people telling me, man, if you take me off of this record, we ain't friends no more.
Wow.
Like,
was there anybody who didn't make it that tried to get on it like last minute?
A lot of verses that I think I had a verse from Ludacris. Pimp C was on it.
Shit.
The label made the worst decision ever when they cut Pimp C off of it. Like. And he wanted to kill everybody from the record label too.
Pimp C?
Right.
Pimp C was on the A-Baby remix?
His DJ called me like 2 weeks ago telling me he got the verse, so I'm gonna get that verse.
Oh, you gotta get that verse. Mm-hmm. Even if you like, you know what's crazy is you could probably like reproduce the song and re-perform it and do like a fucking 2024, because you know that's what Taylor Swift did.
Yeah.
She re-recorded all the music. That'd be crazy. If you got the Pimp C verse? Did you have a good relationship with Pimp C when he was alive?
Yeah, I used to talk to Pimp C like every day, like for probably like at least an hour on the phone. We talk daily, bro.
He was so fucking ahead of his time, and I just think if he still was with us, he would have one of the most fire podcasts of all time. Like, I think how Drink Champs is cracking. Can you imagine if Pimp C had a fucking podcast in 2024?
Man,
they'd try to cancel his ass already.
You couldn't cancel him. They've been trying to cancel him.
I feel like Pimp C and Boosie are the same. Like, you could never cancel Boosie. It don't matter what Boosie does or says. He's fucking Boosie.
kind of come from that umbrella a little bit, you know.
For sure.
That Trill Entertainment
yeah.
kind of was affiliated with
100%,
Pimp.
yeah.
So it's a lot of affiliation there. But that definitely was a good friend of mine. Like, Pimp ain't give a fuck what he said. When he said it, how he said it. If Pimp was alive right now, a lot of this shit that's happening wouldn't be happening. He'll be speaking up on it for sure.
I feel like just because of the tempo of your records, like the West Coast has always had a place for your shit in the club.
The West Coast was like, when I first popped, this is where I lived at.
Where were you living, in L.A.?
Nah, like I was here so much.
Oh, you were so much,
I lived here, bro. Like I had an apartment here and everything. Like I was here.
Was it like were you getting out to the Bay a lot too?
Yeah, I was in the Bay a lot too. I shot a video in the Bay with Bobby Valentino. Yep. So I was really playing the Cali scene real heavy. A lot of people from my label lived out here, so I had heavy resources out here. You know, I still fuck with it out here, tough, real, still to this day.
Yeah, I feel like just with the tempo of your shit.
I used to pull up on the game, all them every day. Like I'm tapped in out here.
Yeah. Talk to me about this new record with Boosie. It's crazy. It's murder.
Murder.
I mean, you guys have dealt with
AK-47 on side of my bed. You shoot across, I shoot you in your head. Rolling with me, then he must have a body. Put that on my mama, paint the city red. They tried to take me away from my family, nigga. Just imagine the feeling. The district attorney yelling in my face. We gon' do life if we give you this sentence. I was protecting myself. Ain't never walked out of my house looking for no issues. Nigga put my life in danger. The detectives ain't even go question the witness. I stayed on the scene. Told him what happened. Looked dead in his eyes. I really ain't capping. Now I'm in this hot ass car. Had a panic attack in the back of that bitch.
crazy.
My life on the line, it's a legal burner. How the fuck they still hit me with a murder? Like I'm supposed to let a nigga step on me, then hop on the ground trying to rep on me. This a dirty game, ain't no referee.
Crazy.
Go YouTube that murder. Me and Boosie.
Yeah, video's out right now. I think it's dope too, cause like we got. Listen. Side note, just a quick side note. All of the icons from Louisiana have all had extremely high-profile legal situations. Whether it's you, Wayne, back in the day, fucking free young boy who's just 27 months. Boosie, I mean, I feel like they just stay trying to lock Boosie up, man.
Yeah, it's hard on us, bro. Like, I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know what it is, bro. Like, all of Louisiana artists have to go through this shit. And it ain't just Louisiana. It's really a lot of artists all over the world right now. It's the lifestyle we come from. A lot of us really, come from certain type of environments. Right. So we prone to the shit that happened in those environments. Like, that's why a lot of people, they don't go back to their community. I go back,
Yeah.
That's just me.
Do you think it's important that you because we see so many artists losing their life in their hometown? Do you think it was imperative for you to kind of try to get out in terms of just like where you live? Like,
I ain't get out for that reason. I got out to do more business and handle more and have more opportunities in bigger cities. Like,
right.
I never had to leave for that reason. I've been here my whole life, and it's only 100-something thousand people. This ain't the random place.
100,000 people is not a lot of people.
It's like 180 now.
Yeah,
but this
growing.
ain't a place where this ain't the type of, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have random shit happen, but everybody know everybody.
Right.
If I'm somewhere, I'm where I supposed to be. We in our neighborhood. We at our spots. You know what I'm saying? Like, I deal with the whole city. Like, I go in every neighborhood, and I know people. I could walk in any house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could walk through any neighborhood and find a door I can knock on where they're gonna let me in. It's gonna be my cousin or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I'm rooted in the community, so I ain't never felt like I need to get out of here for my safety. Like,
right.
And I ain't never made no bunch of enemies like that. You understand what I'm saying? So it's different from me. Like, I ain't never really just made no bunch of enemies. I kind of just been cool with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Even the cats that I don't fuck with like that, I keep it cordial, and I don't make too much out of shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know me as that's Lil Kane.
Right.
Ain't nobody like that nigga did this to such and such or no shit like that. That's Lil Kane. Right. That's it. I've been there since I was a little boy. You know what I'm saying?
Did you ever find out if Halle Berry ever heard your record?
Yeah, hell yeah. She danced to the record.
That's amazing.
On Ellen. Her and Ellen did the dance.
Oh, they did the dance
Fucking
on
right.
Ellen? Oh,
what?
Man.
You could hook me up with her?
I don't know Halle Berry.
Oh,
but
man.
From what I gather...
Call her. Somebody call her.
I don't know if you want that smoke.
I want the smoke.
She just got divorced again. I'm like, who divorces? And it was the dude that divorced her. I'm like, yo, who's divorcing
Halle Berry? How the fuck you divorced
She must
Halle
be,
Berry, bro?
That's what I'm saying. She must be kind of crazy.
I don't give a fuck.
Eric Benet.
She could be crazy.
Left.
It's Halle Berry.
I know, but it's
she
Halle
could be
Berry
crazy
until you hit it
she
once.
Got the right to be crazy. Let her be crazy. It's
once the Halle Berry
bro.
aura wears off and you're like, oh, she might be crazy.
Your girl crazy anyway. Your girl crazy, my girl crazy.
Nah, you ain't lying about that.
All our girls crazy.
That's a fair point.
Just pick one.
That's a fair point. What do you got on the way, man? Obviously, the new video's out.
Hurricane Season 2. I already dropped that mixtape.
That's
we
out.
got a whole nother project we working on. Martin Luther King Jr.
Okay.
That's a mixtape on
Martin Luther Kane Jr.
Martin Luther King Jr.
I like it.
About to drop
Can we just not put MLK on the cover?
Nah, it ain't gonna. You gonna?
I just, there's those club flyers that go viral every MLK Day. There's the club flyer where Martin Luther King's with some Bel Air on the front of a flyer, and
nah, we ain't doing it like that. We ain't doing it like that. It might not even be nobody on the cover.
Would you and Boosie do a joint project? He's known to.
We got a project.
Oh,
yeah, we got a project. Badass Hurricane 2. We just got to finish it. That's it.
Oh, fire!
It's probably got like 12 songs done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to Boosie. Shout out to you, man. So when is
I got a nonprofit too, the Loyal Foundation, leading our youth their life. So I'm working on that to be able to help kids after school. And I'm gonna have like 3 different people from 3 different career paths to try to guide kids in
that's
different
big.
career paths. And
That's fucking awesome,
give
man.
them some direction and motivation. Have some counselors there for them as well.
That's gonna be in Shreveport.
Shreveport and Atlanta.
That's big, man. That's big. Well, look, go follow this guy. I appreciate you pulling up, man.
Fuck with me.
Hopefully, we can get you and 50 Cent to chat and, do some dope shit. And I hope one day you and Bebe chat, because I love Bebe. And, I feel like, you guys will put that behind you one day, I think. I think it's going to have to be him to reach out to you, though. But if Bebe reached out, would you answer?
Yeah, I gotta unblock his number. I was mad than a motherfucker when bro ain't look
Unblock
out.
his number, man.
When bro did that.
I gotta call. See, now I gotta call him and be like, "Yo, I talked to Hurricane Chris. From what he described, it sounded a little fucked up. You should call the man and squash it, because Bebe's a good man. I know him to be a good man. I love Bebe, so I would just love to see y'all.
I don't like to keep grudges going and shit like that.
That
I'm
shit
always
weighs
a
on you.
man
And then you guys are so tied together.
I always like for understanding to be had.
For sure. Even if it's even if it's agreeing to disagree.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You ain't, when you sit down with somebody, you ain't looking for them to just adopt your opinion.
For sure.
The sit down is to show that.
Right. At least we could speak.
And it show the effort from both sides.
For sure.
So.
I feel like we need more of that in general right now.
Yeah.
Just in America. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people got it in their mind that when shit goes so far that it ain't no talking. Somebody got shot, it ain't no talking.
Right.
Bro, how many wars done happened that had to end eventually?
For sure.
Somebody got hurt in every war. But they still had to end eventually.
Yep.
So that's what I be wanting people to understand, that you gotta leave room for conversation.
For sure. That's why a lot of the street shit never ends, because it's like
what I'm speaking
it's like bloodshed happens, and then it somebody has to say, okay, that was the last blood to shed. Now I gotta get one now. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So I appreciate you pulling up, man. Hurricane Chris, thank you for your time, brother.
You dig?
There it is.